What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the first episode over here at Nerding with 30. I am 30 and still gaming. And this is the Endgame podcast. How's everyone doing? Hope you're doing well. I know this is a new channel, and it's hard for people to get used to it. That we're doing this over here on Nerding with 30. It's gonna take me a little bit to get used to this. Coming over because I have to change a bunch of stuff on the backside when I go live. So those of you that don't know, we used to do this show over on 30 and Still Gaming, but the algorithm was getting destroyed as far as making content about entertainment over on that channel when it's a gaming channel. And so basically trying to get starting a brand new channel. So we're 37, 38 subscribers in. So we're going to be starting from scratch. Now, we're not losing 30 and Still Gaming. That's for video games. This is for entertainment. So anything that has to do with any type of entertainment, anything that has to do with movies, television, comic books, just entertainment topics, anything like that will be over here. What's going on, Alien? Good thing I follow you on Twitter because I would have totally lost. Yeah. Well, this is why I'm trying to use social media and whatnot. What's going on, RB? Yeah, so I appreciate you coming out. So on today's show, this is a show that we're going to be talking about Marvel news each and every single week. It doesn't matter if it's comic book related, doesn't matter if it's film related, doesn't matter if it's television related, doesn't matter if it's toy related. It's just Marvel news. It's just Marvel. I don't know if I call it the Endgame podcast, and it wasn't supposed to be just for Marvel. It was supposed to be for just any type of comic book stuff, but there's not a lot of DC stuff going on. There's always Marvel stuff going on. So I figured, why not make it just a Marvel podcast? So that's what's happening there. We have plenty of topics to talk about. If you'd like to submit news stories for either Generation X Gaming that happens on Thursday nights, which will be over on the gaming channel, the Boba Fett show, this show, any kind of movie review show will be on this channel. So anything that has to do with video games over on 30 and Still Gaming, anything that has to do with entertainment and whatnot will be over here at Nerding with 30. So, yeah, we got plenty of stuff. We're going to start off on the first quick topic here. This comes from Twitter. If you like I said, if you like to submit any type of news stories, you can go to our Discord. I'm going to have to redo all the behind the scenes. Like I said, this is a brand new channel. I haven't even done anything on the side as far as mods or commands or anything like that over here. So if you'd like to submit those, you can go to our Discord, and I will put that in the channel in just a second. So there'll be Discord that you can go to, and you can always submit the stories throughout the week, and then on Tuesday nights, we'll cover Marvel stories. The first one I want to talk about is Moon Knight. Moon Knight is debuting in late March instead of mid-February. So again, this is getting moved. Why is it happening? Who knows? New channel. Yeah, Stealth, brand new channel. I appreciate the follow. As always, you've always been a good supporter of my content, and I appreciate you. There is no monetization over here. There's no super chats over here. There's nothing over here. So I'm not sure how I would. I don't know if Streamlabs. I guess Streamlabs you could do it. We're gonna have to put the links and stuff in the commands. So we'll do that by tomorrow. We'll do that by tomorrow night for the Boba Fett show or whatnot. You could always support me still over on the regular channel, 30 and Still Gaming, or our Twitch channel, or through Streamlabs. But over here tonight, it's just a straight up conversation about Marvel stuff. So Moon Knight. Let's talk about Moon Knight. Okay. Moon Knight's getting pushed back from February to March. Now it's not a big thing. Now, we do have the Book of Boba Fett that's coming out tomorrow on the 29th, and it runs, I think, 7 episodes, which would bring it through February, right? We'll go through January. That's 4 weeks. I believe it's 4 weeks. And then we have, let me see here. So we'll have Yeah, 1, 2, 3. It's 4 weeks there, another 4 weeks in February, and we have this week. So that's the full. That brings us to March. That's why they pushed it back to Moon Knight. They don't want Moon Knight, I think, overlapping with the Book of Boba Fett. So do I think this is going to hurt in any way, shape, or form? I don't think it does. Maybe that's why they pushed it back. I believe it is. Yeah, due to Book of Boba Fett. That's exactly what it is, Krebsy. I don't think it's going to hurt the show in any way, shape, or form. I don't know why they don't treat it more. It doesn't make sense to me, right? Because on old television, if you think about old television, like if it was on the Disney Channel, they had shows on Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays and Fridays. But for some reason, Disney just doesn't want to go through the process of airing Disney Plus, Marvel show on Wednesdays, Disney Plus on Fridays for Star Wars. They don't want to do this. They want to make sure that it's one and done type of a week for the month, for a couple of months. And I think this is twofold, right? And this will go into one of the other conversations we have a little bit here, is because they want people to constantly have their fees, right? They want constant people paying for the subscription service. And I said this in the very beginning of this. I said, if you want to watch these shows like Mando, wait until the 2 months are done, then rent it for 1 month or subscribe to it for 1 month, and then let it be. Binge watch it and then come back when the next show comes out. So by that means you only have to spend maybe 3 or 4 months once all the stuff, or wait till the end of the year, pay for the subscription service, and then move on with your life. Which goes on to our second topic. Marvel Disney Plus shows dominate the 2021 most pirated list. See, this is funny to me, right? This is funny to me because lots of people don't want to watch the shows. They say, Disney kiss my ass. They don't want anyone to watch their shows, but yet they pirate the show, which it is kind of funny. I mean, right? Let's be honest. It says, for over a decade now, Marvel Studios has been dominating the theatrical landscape, having released blockbuster hits almost every year since the inception. With the launch of Disney Plus, the studio has taken its talents, to TV, having already released 5 series in the first year, all of which have attracted viral attention each week with every new episode. Kicking things off with WandaVision in January, reality-bending sitcom was forced to be reckoned with. Speculation continued with every new episode, while the theorists built all the way towards the final. And then it was a shitty final. It was a bad one, right? Since then, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, What If, and Hawkeye have all attracted great popularity and acclaim among fans, which each generating their own insane theories, from wild cameo dreams to hopes of MCU alternating consequences. With the year coming to an end and Marvel Studios 2021 complete, it's really up for debate as of what's the biggest thing that came out of the MCU was this year. Although recently released statistics make it clear that it was the most popular among pirates. WandaVision becomes the most pirated show in 2021. A recent article from Torrent Freak revealed that WandaVision, the most pirated TV series of 2021, according to the data obtained from BitTorrent, a file-sharing outlet often used for piracy. All 5 Marvel Studios 2021 Disney Plus series were among the 10 most pirated shows of all for the year, alongside The Witcher Foundation, Rick and Morty, Arcane, and Wheel of Time. It should be noted that these statistics are based solely on the download numbers from one specific source of legal distribution and don't factor in for pirated streams online or downloads from other outlets. The full list can be viewed below. So the number 1 was WandaVision. Number 2 was Loki. Number 3 was The Witcher. Number 4 was The Falcon and Winter Soldier. Number 5 was Hawkeye. Number 6 was What If. Number 7 was Foundation. Number 8 was Rick and Morty. Number 9 was Arcane. And number 10 was The Wheel of Time. So 4 of the top 5 were Disney Plus shows. Now, Hawkeye was the lowest ranking show from subscribers on Disney Plus, and yet Hawkeye was the 5th most So someone's lied. Someone's like, I don't like the show, but they sure did pirate it a lot. Now, I don't know if this could be like 10 people to 1,000 people to whatever. It says Marvel Studios lead piracy in 2021 with Marvel Studios' 5 Disney Plus series date, making it into 6 most top pirated shows of the year. And the MCU once again demonstrates its global popularity, even if it isn't exactly the most fortunate way of doing so. WandaVision taking the top spot rises particularly interesting point of, despite being the least viewed of the series on Disney Plus itself, it has arguably been the most popular among the fandom. The series' popularity among piracy outlets probably comes down to the lower Disney Plus subscribers' uptake at a time. The piracy statistics continue to prove to reduce the popularity of What If compared to the Marvel Studios live-action series, as if having only just concluded, Hawkeye still managed to surpass it in illegal downloads. All 5 Marvel Studios Plus series to date are streaming now exclusively on Disney Plus. So, what do you guys think? Did you watch it on Disney Plus? Did you watch it with someone else's account? Did you watch it, in any other way, shape, or form? You know what I mean? Like, where was your version of watching it? Did you watch it? Did you pay for it yourself? Did you pirate it? Or did you use someone else's? What's this, sort of like pirating? You know what I mean? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. I don't understand why they don't have Moon Knight and Boba Fett go online at the same time. You have more people feel like it's worth getting the streaming service. Exactly. I don't understand the mentality of these new television studios, basically, these streaming services. I wasn't going to pay the $10 a month for a single show going a month. Right. Now, see, for me, we already paid for 2 years in advance, and I have a son that's 7 years old and loves watching. I mean, he watches Disney Plus every single day, so it's worth it for us. Now, I know a lot of people don't have children or don't like Disney in that way, shape, or form, so it's totally worth the price that we paid for it in advance. I think Moon Knight only has a 40-second trailer currently. Does it show anything, Krebsy? My friend said that they would watch it, but it only pirated it because he wasn't going to pay to watch a single show. Now, but let's think about that, right? Let's have a conversation about that for a second. Okay, you go to the movies and you pay $11, $12, $15, $20. That's before you get popcorn and a drink. And that's for 2 hours, right? And you pay $10 for basically 4 episodes, which is like 40 minutes a piece, right? So that's about the time frame, well, a little bit more than the time frame of what you would watch a movie for, right? So why does someone pay $10 to go to a theater, but not pay $10 for the actual thing? Is it because of the sound system and the big screen? Is it because they don't feel it's worth the price of admission? Do they feel, do you know what I mean? But yet that same person will probably go to Fortnite and pay $25 for a skin. Right? It's just weird to me. It's all over the place. We don't know if it was someone that wanted to watch Hawkeye and just didn't want to pay a monthly cost. I watched everything on Disney Plus using my own account. I subscribe mainly for the Marvel content, always on Disney Plus. But that's because I have it for the kids, and if not, I would watch it pirated. Oh, really? So you would watch it pirated if you didn't have it? See, I don't think I would. I've never been one, and it might be because, and this is nothing against people that do pirate stuff, because I did pirate music back in the day. But I've never been one to pirate movies. I never liked it because it was always like a grainy camera or a shitty fucking rip of the film. And then when I worked in the industry for 17 years, and this is not to put anybody in a damper here, but when you pirated a film, you are taking money away from the people that make the films. And I'm not talking about just like Tom Cruise or the main actors and stuff like that. What happens when people pirated things, they in their process of the budgeting, they know what they're spending and they know what they feel like they're going to get paid back on. And that's how they budget out people's contracts and the way they pay people. actors, directors, all below the line type of people. That's all included in the type of thing. So when it comes to pirating videos, I've never done that because I want my fellow members of the unions and people that work on the films to get their dues, right? To get paid their dues. So this is why, right? This is why I personally don't pirate stuff. I don't. Shame on you for pirating. I get it. I totally get it, right? I totally get why people back in the day would sneak through the back door of a movie theater because they didn't want to pay. One person pays the admission and another person goes through the back door. I understand why they put 8 people in a trunk to get into a drive-in theater. It's because people are cheap, right? It's because people are cheap and they don't want to pay for certain things. And it's the reason they feel like this adrenaline rush going through when they do it. People used to pirate cable as well. You put that little piece in the back of your television. You know what I mean? But someone's getting paid for that, right? You either know a guy or a guy would sell you it for like $10 and then you get a whole bunch of unlimited cable channels and stuff like that. So I totally understand why people do it. I don't agree with it, but I totally understand why they do it. Again, it's like, I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch that stuff for $10, but I'll pirate it. And the real reason this would never happen, right? It'd be an unprecedented thing if they did. You know those things in the beginning of the video? It says if you resell it and you're caught, blah blah blah, it costs $250,000. If they ever did that to anybody that was BitTorrenting stuff or doing anything like that, the internet would have a conniption, right? They would think they were in the right because they wanted to watch a movie and they didn't want to pay $10, but now they have to pay a $250,000 fine because they didn't follow the process so the business can make money. It would be interesting to see if they ever did that, which I don't think they would ever do. I'm sure there's some case out there, right? Let's see. I watched it. Netflix basically costs the same about as Disney Plus, but the people have multiple shows and movies launching a month. That's true, because at the same time, there are other shows coming out on Disney Plus. It's not just Star Wars and Marvel. There are other movies, original movies that come out there. There are other original shows and animation shorts and stuff. So there are other things on the platform that do come out, right? They just had a new season of Muppet Babies that just launched. And obviously, it's for kids, okay? But again, Disney Plus is mostly for kids, and they're also trying to go for adults as well. What's going on, old head? I just watched all of WandaVision and Loki as well, but I didn't get into the other shows. You're talking about the other shows, RB, as far as like the Monsters Inc. workers and stuff like that, like the other original content and other films. You're not just talking about other Marvel shows, correct? I will watch a movie pirated if I'm not sure whether I will enjoy it or not. But isn't that the sort of thing that, think about this, back in the day, if you weren't sure of a television show or a film, right, would you sneak into a theater to watch it? Or would you look at a review or someone has seen it to get their thoughts before you jumped into it, right? $250,000 BS anyway. You pay less for bail and a manslaughter charge than stealing a movie. It's pretty crazy logic. Oh, absolutely. The whole reason it's there, Brain, is to scare the shit out of people. It's the same mentality of don't remove your bed tag, right? That tag that's on your mattress, right? People are like, don't remove the mattress tag, right? There's fines and stuff that happen. Like, that's not going to happen. Right? That's not going to happen. No one's going to come to your house and be like, well, it looks like you ripped off your bed tag off your mattress. And it looks like here you also recorded, because back in the day, people 100% broke the law because they did pirate a movie. Remember when movies came on television and you had to go look in your TV guide and you would find out when it's airing, and then you would put your VHS or Betamax tape in there and you would record the television just so you could watch the show? Right? Or the movie? Come on. I know that there's a bunch of you that are old enough that remember that. Okay? Just like recording a tape, just like recording anything else. Spoilers everywhere online. If you look for a review. Well, it all depends on what you're watching, though, Milky. Right? It all depends on what you're watching. The bed tag police are real. All right. Do you have a story, old? Do you have a story to tell us? One time I was sleeping and I heard a knock at the door. They heard when I tore it off. They were at my house 30 minutes later. The bed tag police. I wrote a punk song back in the day called Mattress Police about tearing off a tag off. Did you really, Brain? I would love to hear that. I would love to hear that. Did it actually happen? I would love to hear that if it's actually true. Out of all the Marvel shows on Disney Plus, I've just watched those two shows. I couldn't get into the other Marvel shows. All right, another show that's being talked about in the recent where is it? Oh boy, what happened here? No, not what I did. This comes out in 2023. Marvel Studios' Secret Invasion will release in 2023 on Disney Plus. I don't know if that got pushed back. So I know Krebsy follows this, and I know Krebsy's in channel. So far this year we have Moon Knight, She-Hulk, right? What If Season 2, Miss Marvel. Is there a fifth show? What happened to Guardians of the Galaxy's like a holiday special? Wasn't that supposed to be this year? Wasn't that supposed to be this year, or did they push it back to next year? Like, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me that they have all these shows in development. That's December of 2022. Okay. What happened to Groot, the animated series? Is that next year as well? No, it's after Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Well, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is coming out in 2023, isn't it? So you're telling me the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special's not coming out until 2023 or 2022? Probably saying 2022. I thought it was 2021. I thought it was coming out this Christmas. Hopefully it got canceled. Tell us how you really feel, Reese. Tell us how you really feel about it. Holiday special is December 2022. Stealth says 2022. Okay. So Guardians of the Galaxy 3, though, is coming out in 2023. That's correct, right? I'm pretty sure that got pushed back. Sean also says it's 2022, I thought. You're being outnumbered, old. You're being outnumbered. So, Secret Invasions 2023. So, them just saying 2023, I don't know if that means it's happening in early 2023 or in late 2023. But between all the shows, and then come May, we have a whole bunch of shows being announced for Star Wars coming out. And if they don't want to run them at the exact same time, it's going to be a little weird running both of these shows without overlapping each other. It's 2022, but Guardians of the Galaxy was supposed to come out before it, but then things got pushed. Yeah, things got pushed because of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which we'll go into that in just a bit. We've talked about the pirated one. Actually, the next couple things. Okay, so this is I guess we could talk about this. This is every upcoming Marvel Cinematic Universe or TV show in development right now. Okay. And right now we have Moon Knight. Okay, we have Moon Knight in 2022. Okay. We have Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness coming out May 6th of 2022. Wait, did they change the it just says 2022. Okay. We have Miss Marvel in 2022. I have my reservations about this one. Not to talk shit about a movie first, but the first one was pretty bad in my opinion. It's probably one of the lower rating ones. It's down there with Iron Man 3 and Thor Thor Dark World. I would even put, what's another one? Iron Man 3, Thor. Oh, Incredible Hulk is down there as well. We have Thor, Love and Thunder coming out July 8th of 2022. No, this is not the Marvel's Kamala series. This is this is Miss Marvel 2022. Oh, the Marvels. Marvels is the one I had my reservations on. Miss Marvel, I'm okay with. The Marvels is the one I was thinking of. Old, appreciate that. Thank you very much for the correction. We have She-Hulk, which I'm kind of excited for. After watching Hawkeye had its problems, okay, and we covered Hawkeye. If you missed any of those, we have those over on Miss Marvel, Marvels. They look the same, okay? They look the same. She-Hulk, after watching Hawkeye, I feel like She-Hulk's going to be around the same type of format, storytelling, and I'm okay with it. We'll see what they do with this. I'm expecting a couple of cameos in this, and as it comes out, we'll talk about that more. We will cover it on here. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. This one I'm interested in seeing just because I want to see who they're going to choose to be the next Black Panther. Is it going to be Shuri? Is it going to be, anybody? Are they going to bring back somebody? Will there be a Black Panther? I mean, I would hope so. It's in the title, but we'll see what happens there. Secret Invasion, which we know this is false. It was supposed to be in 2022, but now it's being pushed back to 2023, and we don't know if it's going to be in early 2023 or late 2023. We have Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, December of 2022. This could also get pushed back if what Old is saying is it was supposed to come out after Guardians of the Galaxy. It would make sense. It would be kind of weird if they showed a holiday special and it kind of ruined something for Guardians of the Galaxy. For instance, let's say in Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, now I'm not saying it's connected in any way, shape, or form with the movie, but if it was supposed to come out after the film and not before the film, and let's say they filmed it before the actual film, and if there's anything that's happening in the film, let's say Star-Lord's about to die in the film, we know he's not going to die because he's in the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special type of thing like that, right? So unless it's disconnected from the actual MCU, it doesn't take place in the MCU, which I think it would. It's going to be a little weird if Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special doesn't get delayed until the following year. But who knows? We'll see what happens when that happens. This is the one I was talking about. The Marvels, February 17th of 2023. This is the one I have reserves on. Not Miss Marvel, the Marvels. Okay. I don't know where this is going to go. Okay. I didn't like the first one. It's one of my least favorite, like I said, in the series. And now with Monica Rambeau in it and Miss Marvel. Now, we haven't seen Monica Rambeau as her character yet. We saw her a little bit in WandaVision. And Miss Marvel is a brand new actress, so we have nothing to go on with her. Like, literally, she hasn't acted in anything. She's brand new. So we'll see what happens there. The holiday special was always supposed to launch before Guardians of the Galaxy 3. All right. Well, then there's no concerns there then. Okay. We have Ironheart to be announced as the Disney Plus show. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, May 5th of 2023. So that's coming out. We have Ant-Man and the Quantum, or Ant-Man and the Wasp and the Quantum Mania, July of 28th of 2023. We have a Armor Wars to be announced, which would probably be late 2023. And we have Blade probably late 2023. That'll probably end the year with that. And then we have I Am Groot, which doesn't come out until 2023, 2024 maybe. And then we have Wakanda, which is supposed to be a Disney Plus show. Okay, it says, while the upcoming Black Panther Wakanda Forever might already be planning to take a wider look at Wakanda itself, the MCU plans to give viewers even deeper look. While the upcoming Marvel TV show does not yet have an official title, or let alone a release date, Kevin Feige has confirmed that a Wakanda-based show will be coming to Disney Plus with their break from isolation of Black Panther, and they're part of tracking down Zemo and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and the What If indicated that they must master space travel. The Wakandas can sure be see other threats in the future. So you have that. You have Fantastic Four. Let me see if we have anything else. We have Captain America 4. We have Echo, which couldn't we pick a better picture than that? That's not a very attractive picture of her. She's not that. I mean, come on. They could have picked any other picture. Come on, Screen Rant. What are you doing? Deadpool 3 to come out sometime. We have Loki season 2. Like, we're already into like late 2024 here as far as What If season 2, I would assume is coming out sometime this upcoming year, 2022. Okay. And then here's one that we talked about a little bit the other night when we were talking about Spider-Man No Way Home review. At the end, we were talking about Spider-Man the freshman year. And I don't know why they're releasing this. Now, I'm assuming this is taking place his freshman year in high school, or is it taking place his freshman year in college? Now, we do know from the movie, no spoiler, but that he probably doesn't go to a university. Okay, that's all I'll say. Okay. Now, it says Spider-Man freshman year, also announced as part of Disney Plus Day 2021, will be animated series set upon the prequel to Tom Holland's Spider-Man appearance in the MCU. Marvel famously skipped telling Peter Parker's origin story in the MCU, but the series promises to go back and explore his becoming a superhero and eventually being recruited by Iron Man. This will mean that the series takes place sometime before the events of Captain America Civil War, and the show will be led... Okay, so it is freshman year in high school. Okay. I don't know. I don't know why we have to see the origin story of Spider-Man. I think the majority of the population on planet Earth knows what the origin story of Spider-Man is, and I think they could have left it as is. We also have Agatha, House of Harkness. We don't really know much of this yet. We have Marvel Zombies coming out. We have Spider-Man sequel trilogy. Now, this is interesting. So Tom Holland's Spider-Man has already appeared in 3 standalone films, as well as making an appearance in Captain America Civil War and Avengers movies. However, Tom Holland is set to return as Spider-Man's suit multiple times in the future. While some had thought that Spider-Man No Way Home might be Holland's last outing, well, producer Amy Pasquale has confirmed plans for the actor to return in Spider-Man's 4, 5, and 6. There are no details so far on what the plot of these movies might be or when they might be released. The MCU is likely to change a lot of the next couple of years, but predicting the future of Spider-Man's franchise is made that much harder by the progression of Sony's Spider-Man villains universe. If Sony and Disney truly join forces, there's no telling what the scale of the newer movies of and with the older Tom Holland will be like. And for now, viewers will just have to wait and see. So I don't know if this is confirmation, like official, if he's coming back for 4, 5, and 6. I said it last week or a couple weeks before. I said there's no way he's done. He's getting his most highest paycheck right now to date. He's in the upper echelon now after being in 2, not 1, not 2, actually being a part of 4. He was a part of 4 movies that 4 movies or 5 movies. 5 of the 6 films he was in, right? 2 of the Spider-Man films broke $1 billion. Okay. Infinity War, Avengers, and did Civil War break $1 billion? I think it did, right? So 5 movies that this man was in broke $1 billion. Now, obviously, the 2 Avengers films and the Civil War, he didn't break that by himself. But as far as Far From Home and No Way Home broke $1 billion. Tom Holland's getting paid. Now, what I don't like about this is Amy Pascal has confirmed that plans the actor will return in Spider-Man. She should have shut up after saying Spider-Man 4. She shouldn't have said 5 or 6 because, again, I know this is a small thing, but a lot of people don't realize when they say 4, 5, and 6, you lose all tension in the film if something happens to Spider-Man during that film, right? Is he going to die? No, there's a 5th one coming out, and nope, there's a 6th one coming out. So there is no tension with the main character. When you're making a trilogy like this, obviously we know as an audience that he probably won't die because they want to make more toys, more movies, more spin-offs, more t-shirts, all the stuff, okay? Civil War did break $1 billion, thank you. Right? So it's kind of stupid that they let us know. I mean, obviously, we know there's going to be more Spider-Man, but you should shut your mouth when you're telling us, oh, yeah, he's in other movies down the road. You know, we're making a Spider-Man 4 or whatnot. Right? It kind of ruins the allure, takes you out of the moment when you're watching those type of movies because now there's no tension if he gets into a circumstance or a situation where you're like, oh no, he could die. Was he gonna die? There's no way they're gonna kill him. Was there? Now there is no way they're going to kill him because there's no way they would kill him in 4 and go, oh yeah, he's also in 5 and 6 as a ghost. Okay, it just doesn't happen. All right, so let's scroll back up here for a bit. This one right here. Okay, we talked about Echo the other night. I'm not sure how it's going to be when the lead of the show is a deaf person. Now, I totally understand, nothing against her personally, but having someone that signs the entire time or someone else has to be in the scene with her to tell us what's going on, or they do subtitles. Okay. Now, I can see if they do subtitles, but it's going to be a little awkward because then there's dead silence as the subtitles as she's signing, and then there's the other person that she's talking to. It just doesn't, I don't know. We'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens with the Echo series. Captain America 4. This one, I don't know where it's going to lie or what they're going to do. One, I think they should have left him as Falcon. I don't like that they took one character and made him into the other. I know it's like that in the comic books and whatnot. But it's just weird that he's still trying, and this is their words, not mine, that he's still trying to earn to become Captain America. I thought that's what Falcon and Winter Soldier was at the end. By the end, he becomes Captain America, but nope, he's still on trial. He's going to have to prove himself to be Captain America once again. And then we'll see. We'll see what happens in Captain America 4, because it would be interesting if they brought in other people, like maybe Peggy Carter comes into the situation, right? As Captain Carter. Maybe she comes in for Captain America 4. Maybe Bucky, Multiverse of Madness. Maybe there's different Captain Americas coming in. And he has to prove himself that he's the best Captain America. Who knows what's going to happen in the Captain America. And then we have Fantastic Four, which goes on to our next topic tonight. Okay. Our next topic tonight. And this is rumors. Okay. This is rumors of what's happening. Now, Krebsy, is there a article or something, or just Everything Always video? Because I don't want to watch his video on here. Is there anybody else that they have that's coming in to play the Fantastic Four, like the list of characters, without me clicking on the video? Now, the biggest one, and I want to know what chat thinks here, is that Seth Rogen is rumored to come and play Thing. Okay. As Krebsy is putting it in chat. Okay. Now, I don't know if I'm excited about that in any way, shape, or form. Okay. Oh, Krebsy and Brain. I'm gonna make you I'm gonna put you as mods again in this channel. Yeah, so as far as, I don't know how I feel, okay, as Seth Rogen as Thing. I'm not sure. Now, I don't really like Seth Rogen as an actor. I think he's good as a writer. I do like The Boys. Like, he's a producer of The Boys. I've never really been a big fan of his comedy. I won't hold that against him. But I don't know if I want to hear as Thing in the movie, because that's how he laughs, and I don't want to hear that laugh. I don't want to be that laugh that's stuck in my head for every time I have to watch Fantastic Four. I really want a good Fantastic Four film, and I feel like if they bring him in the Fantastic Four, it's yet another setup. The first Fantastic Four, well, first of all, the 90s Fantastic Four, of those of you that don't know, was terrible. That never saw the light of day, but you can watch it. Then there's the Fantastic Four we did get with Chris Evans as Johnny Storm. And then we got the other Fantastic Four with Killmonger as Johnny Storm. And then now we're getting this Fantastic Four. Now they haven't done Fantastic Four right yet. Now, to be fair, Marvel Studios didn't do a Fantastic Four movie yet, and potentially it could be good. But I really do think that Seth Rogen's a bad casting for that. Seth Rogen as Thing is just weird, as Natalie Portman playing the female version of Thor. Yeah, I just don't like Rogen as an actor. Like, I don't know. The genius behind the worst TV show ever to exist is getting cast for something. Oh, that's right, Reese. I totally forgot that he made the Santa show. That's on Netflix, right? Is that on Netflix or Amazon Prime? It's on Netflix. Oh, I know exactly how I feel. Get ready for another terrible Fantastic Four movie. Yeah, if Seth Rogen's in Fantastic Four will definitely not be fantastic. The article from earlier in December said that Glenn Horton is Reed Richards, Kristen Bell is Sue Storm. Okay. Chase Stokes as Johnny Storm, and Seth Rogen. Okay, I'm gonna have to look up. I'm gonna look up Glenn here. Let me look up what this. Glenn Horton. Okay, what else has he been in? You know what? Let me go to IMDb. Glenn Horton. Sunny in Philadelphia. Okay. Reed Richards, huh? I could sort of see it. I could sort of see him as Reed Richards. Okay. I'm not against that. I'm not against it. Kristen Bell is Sue Storm. Okay. Let me put it this way. I like Kristen Stewart in certain movies. I think she's an okay actress. I don't think she's a great actress. There are times where she has good moments, or great moments, I should say. But I wouldn't put her as a great actress. Not that I'm looking for like Academy Award winning people to be put in as superheroes on the screen. But I do know what comes along, what Kristen Stewart brings along with a part. Of all the stuff that she's preached, which is exactly what I think Marvel's looking for. So I think it fits their MO. I don't know if the film fans, especially the Fantastic Four fans that have been waiting for a great Fantastic Four film, I don't know if they want to see her as Sue Storm, but we'll see what happens there. Chase Stokes. Chase Stokes as Johnny Storm. What was he in? He was in Strangers as Reed. Stranger Things. I don't remember this kid. Oh, I do remember him. Yeah, I can see him. I can see him as Johnny Storm. How old is he? He looks a bit young. How old is he? He's old enough. Okay. Yeah, I can see it. I don't know about Seth Rogen though. I got my concerns with with Seth Rogen. I just like Seth as an actor and as a human being. Yeah. Yeah. The article was debunked. Well, we're just talking about it, right? If it is true or not. Bell or Stewart? Kristen Bell or Kristen Stewart? Oh, Kristen Bell I like. I don't think Kristen Bell would do Sue Storm. Oh, it is Kristen Bell. I thought it was Kristen Stewart. Ah, okay. Kristen Bell. My mistake. I thought it was Kristen Stewart. Kristen Bell I can see as her. Yeah, I can see her as Sue. Yeah, I could definitely see it. I agree, Stealth. I like John. Deep annoying laugh every time. I think it picks on Johnny. Yeah, I can see her as Sue. I'm okay with her. So 3 of the 4. Get rid of Seth. Bring in somebody else. Bring in somebody else. I don't like Seth Rogen for Thing. Can you imagine he's Thing and he's got that goddamn laugh? Oh my god. Well, maybe I want him as Thing. Then he has to wear makeup. Seth Rogen has to sit in like a makeup chair for like 9 to 10 hours. That would be great. That would make me feel better. At least that knowing that he's that annoying that he had to go through that makeup process, unless it's all CGI. Unless it's all CGI. No, you don't. Seth Rogen is also playing Donkey Kong. The voice? Don't put that evil on us, Ricky Bobby. Don't you do it. Is this that article? Yeah, okay. Kristen Bell, Chase Stokes, that's and this article was debunked. Put Seth as Doom. No, we do not want that, Milky. We do not want Seth Rogen as Dr. Doom. You imagine? Oh my God, that would be awful. That would be absolutely awful. That would be absolutely awful. All right, so the next one. Now, we did talk about this in the future, right? If you watched our end talk of the Spider-Man No Way Home stuff, okay, we did talk about what's next for Peter Parker and our speculations going forward. And we did bring up shortly, for a brief moment, about Felicia Hardy, a.k.a. Black Cat, okay? So it's reportedly... Okay, it's reportedly that Sony is reportedly interested in casting. Okay, now I don't know. And what's her name? How do you pronounce that? Anya Taylor-Joy. Anna Taylor-Joy. Okay, now I don't know what she looks like, so we're gonna have to go. These are some pictures of her. Ah, it's the girl. I see it already. She's from. Okay, let me go to IMDb. I see it. I see it already. I see it already. I think that would be a good casting for her. I think that would be a good casting for her. I can see her playing that character. Yeah, I can see her playing that character. So, yeah, she's got a very unique look, I guess. Good looking girl. She's got those animated eyes. You know what I'm talking about? Like, if you look at this picture, she's got those big eyes. And then when her face, she's very attractive because of the way her face is shaped, right? Like wider up on top, and then she's got a nice little chin going on. But look at those eyes, man. Those eyes are like, they're like animated eyes, anime eyes. So I can see her. I can see her playing Black Cat. So Fandom Wire also goes on to say that she's also reportedly playing the character as well. Now, obviously, this is the character, those of you that don't know. Let me bring up the picture. If I can find the picture. There we go. So she would play Black Cat. And I can see her. I can see her. This is not a very flattering picture of her. She looks very weird in this picture. I don't know if it's the contour of her face or the makeup she's wearing, but she looks very strange there. Okay, almost like skeleton-like. What's going on, FK? Okay, but I can see her playing Black Cat in the future in Spider-Man's 4, 5, or 6 as a love interest to Tom Holland. And we talked about this in our breakdown. Okay. I can see her. We talked about this for a little bit, right? Because at the end, I don't want to speak of spoilers or anything. We could talk about that a little bit at the end, but I can see her as the love interest of Peter during this time in his life, right? After No Way Home. Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited about that casting. Not excited about Seth Rogen, if it's true, about being Thing. But hey, who knows? Who knows? Okay. Another report we have is Venom 3. Venom 3 will reportedly explore the multiverse and see Venom finally get to fight Spider-Man. Now, don't know how official or unofficial this is, but let's just talk. Okay, let's just talk on. This is what we should have saw. If you ask me, Venom should have been the sixth character. Okay, should have been the sixth character inside No Way Home. Now, I don't want to talk about No Way Home as far as spoilers. There's people that still haven't seen it, but still amazing. We talked about it a little earlier today about the breakdown of the box office numbers. Okay, let me bring that up again for people that didn't see that earlier today. Spider-Man No Way Home has surpassed, and it's made an additional 30 or almost $30 million, $24 million on Monday. We don't know what it made on Tuesday yet, obviously. I would assume about 20 million as well. It surpassed 1 billion. It's 1 billion 82 million 232. You know, it's up there. Okay. $1 billion surpassed. It's almost at the $500 million mark domestically. Okay. Internationally, it's 587. To put that in perspective, if we look at Far From Home, which came out in 2019 during a non-pandemic, domestically, it made $390 million. Think about that for a second. There's multiple thousands, tens of thousands of people that have seen this movie multiple times domestically during the period of time, okay, that we're in, where majority of the population hasn't seen. I would say maybe 40%, if not close to 50% of the population domestically that has not seen this movie yet. Okay, because people don't want to go to the theaters for whatever reason. Okay, that's on them. Okay, nothing against them. Okay, what's crazy is in 2019. Now, if we go into inflation, I'm pretty sure it's a little higher, right? No. Where's the no, that's not what I wanted. It doesn't go up a lot, but it does. Go down to 2021. It's 2 years later. The calculation, it goes very up, like it does barely moves. It doesn't move at all. So it's the same. Okay. So what the movie's doing right now, it's going to break the record. It's going to be the highest grossing Spider-Man film to date. Okay. So it goes up to 196, 1.196 from 1.131. Okay. It makes an additional $60 million. Okay. Which is unreal. Okay. So this movie, if we go back to No Way Home, is at 100 or 1,082. Okay. So 1.082. By this weekend, it will surpass the 1.1, $1.2 million by the end of this weekend. Okay. Which is crazy to think of, right? Because there's still countries that haven't even gotten this film yet and will not be getting this film yet. So For what it's done, I think it's in 4,300 theaters, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. And if we go back to Far From Home, I think it's Far From Home. Did they tell you how many theaters it was in? Let me see. It was in 4,000. It was in 300 more theaters than what No Way Home was. Okay. 300 theaters more. Domestically, mind you. Okay. 4,336 theaters to 4,663 theaters or whatever it was. And domestically, it's surpassing. Okay. Domestically, they've seen more of it this time around than they did the last film around. Okay. I don't want to see Venom as a villain. I know that's what he is, but I know he still makes me sad. Eternals is life-saving movie. I'm shocked it did not make $1 billion. That's because it's because of the bug, Milky. That's because of the bug. Not because the movie's bad. It didn't make the money because it did not make the money because of it's a bad movie. It didn't make the money because of the virus. See? Now, Spider-Man, like I said, is just a couple days away from being the #1 Spider-Man film ever created. Okay? Ever created. During a time where nobody wants to go see a movie. Nobody wants to go out and see a movie. 11 days. It broke $1 billion in 10 days. In 10 days. Okay? Which is just amazing. Now, we talked about this earlier today. Between Black Widow, Shang-Chi, and Eternals, a combined total of I think it's like $1.2 billion, just over $1.2 billion. Okay? That's 3 Marvel films, combined total, in the complete run that they've had since Black Widow came out in July. Shang-Chi came out in August, and Eternals came out, or in October, whatever, and then Eternals came out in November, whatever it was, okay? Combined total between all those films, Spider-Man single-handedly, Sony Spider-Man single-handedly surpassed all of them combined, which is insane. Now, if this wasn't during a pandemic, during this illness and stuff that's happening in theaters right now, or in the world, I should say, I think Spider-Man could have broken $2 billion easily. Easily. Okay. But obviously, those are all speculations because it broke $1 billion. It broke $1 billion. After tomorrow's total, I think we're going to be over or close to it. I say they got about another 20 in them. So they'll probably be at 1.1 million after tomorrow's or today's totals come in. You know, Marvel and Disney won't change anything. Yeah. They're happy because they're also getting 25% of this of the total revenue, whatever it is, right? So they actually by the end of this, they actually might surpass one of their films. Okay, based on just the 25% that they're taking from the Spider-Man series. Rona existed for Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals, etc. Rona didn't exist for No Way Home, but ironically gave me Rona. Yeah. Did you grab it? Did you get it while you were at the theater? Or do you just have the flu? I'm just very impressed that Spider-Man opened up in 300 less theaters. 300 less theaters. Okay. And surpassed domestically what it did last time. Why get 100% of the bill for a good movie when you can just outsource them and get 25%? Well, that's smart business right there, though, Reese. Let's be honest. Right? Let's be honest. That's smart business there, right? Why get 0 of nothing or of everything if you can get 25%, right? 25%, I'll take it. Hell, I'll take 1%. I would take 1%. You give me 1% of that, I'd be a happy person. Now, I do have some news here. Which I don't know if I should put this under spoilers. Maybe I should put this under spoilers. I mean, it is news. It's out there. It's not official. It's not rumored. I mean, it is rumored, but it's a I don't know if I should talk about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. A couple things. I mean, I've already said this multiple times. Well, smarter businesses would be make good movies and get 100% of the billion while still getting 25% off of someone else's success. That's very true. But they are still getting 100% of their shitty movies. They still are getting 100% of their shitty movies. Look, you can like people out there. You guys can like Black Widow. You can like Shang-Chi. You can like Eternals. But just know those 3 films are weaker films than the other past films. Now, not every film that we've seen in the past from Marvel is like excellent. But, okay, these 3 films were subpar compared to what we had. So at least in the first couple of films that we had, okay, Iron Man 1, Thor, Captain America, like the origin stories of these characters. Shang-Chi reminded me a little bit of Iron Man, the way it was done, but then done poorly near the end of the 3rd act. Okay. Eternals origin story. Black Widow wasn't an origin story. It was a prequel. It was out of place. It should have been 5 years earlier. So that's what hurt that one. But still, it was a bad movie nonetheless. Shang-Chi and Eternals is a much weaker story than Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, any of the origin stories that we had between the 3 main, like the main characters there. Okay. It's almost along the lines of the Incredible Hulk, Ed Norton's Incredible Hulk. Okay. I love Hulk, but it was a bad movie. It was a bad movie. Okay. So make sure if you guys aren't following, make sure you hit that like button down below. Make sure you hit the subscribe buttons and help us climb the ranks here of our channel so we can get monetized over here on Nerding with 30. Peter's back must be carrying on the entire franchise. Yeah. 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 They want to be like to call hot garbage. That's right. That's right. So I'm gonna talk about Multiverse of Madness. It's a story that is rumored right now. Obviously, there's no screenshots, nothing's confirmed. So let's talk about the next thing I want to talk about. Okay. So Marvel's reportedly in talks with actor to play Ghost Rider. Now, here's the thing. There is rumors, okay? There are rumors that inside Multiverse of Madness, okay? I'll read the article in just a second. There's rumors that in Multiverse of Madness, the reason the pushback has happened with... Now, we talked about this. I said the only reason that they're pushing back everything, I thought was with the problems with Thor and not Doctor Strange. Okay, so hear me out. I did say this right after. I said there might be a shot when it happened, when they did the pushback. I said Doctor Strange is almost like it's done filming. So I was like, there's no way it's Doctor Strange. So I thought it was the problems with either Black Panther or Love and Thunder. That's why they pushed everything back. And they didn't want the gap between Doctor Strange and Thor. So I said it couldn't be Doctor Strange, but Doctor Strange is the reason that everything got pushed back one segment, right? It was supposed to be out in March. It moved to May. And the reason for that is that they're doing reshoots. Now, rumored, again, take it with a grain of salt, okay, that the rumor is that they're doing scenes they already filmed and they're doing reshoots. Now, reshoots happen all the time in films, okay? I used to be part of a crew that literally just did reshoots for certain aspects, your B crew or whatnot, but you would actually come back after the fact and you would just do the reshoots for them. They do these reshoots with people that are trusted within the circle. Obviously, someone, if it's true, said something, but they usually have the same cast or crew that comes in all the time when something, and they know they're the best of the best to keep things out, and maybe someone got in and found out something. But Norman Reedus, the guy from Death Stranding, the guy from Walking Dead, is in talks to be playing Ghost Rider. Now, I have to say, I do like the casting if they're doing it. Okay. Now, the rumor is that they are doing a recast now, or reshoots, and that Ghost Rider potentially might be in the Multiverse of Madness, okay, with Doctor Strange, and it's a hidden thing that's going to happen, sort of like what they did for Mandalorian in season 2 with the Skywalker reference, where Luke Skywalker came in and they had, Mark Hamill's character younger, CGI'd, and basically standing in place there. For the original person that was there was Plo Koon. Okay, he was actually going to be a Jedi that picked up, he was survived and he picked up Grogu. That's what they shot. Okay, but instead they did a reshoot and they put Luke Skywalker in. So in Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness, they did a shot for whoever was there for the principal photography. Okay, and then they did reshoots, or they are doing reshoots, and that Ghost Rider is now going to be in the movie in some way, shape, or form. Don't know if it's a end credit scene. Don't know if it's actually in the film itself. So we'll see what happens. So Ghost Rider is Marvel's Spirit of Vengeance with the fury of motorcycle and threatening. Already a few live action appearances under his belt. Fan favorite actor Nicolas Cage turned out to be 2 performances as Rider in the feature films of 2007, 2011, and the character also featured in a long arc of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. portrayed by Gabrielle Luna. There's also a live action Ghost Rider series in the development under Jed Loeb's Marvel Television division, but it was canceled even before it aired due to Marvel TV being dissolved and Marvel Studios taking over. Now, the word given for the stoppage on Luna's project was due to Marvel Studios having plans for the character in the MCU, and reports have claimed that Ghost Rider's Focus project has been in development since 2020. Now, it seems that the rumor mill surrounding Ghost Rider is heating up again, and a now deleted tweet scooped to Charlie Murphy's claim Marvel's has indeed chosen an actor for Ghost Rider in the MCU. Is Ghost Rider coming to the MCU project? According to the tweet from Scooper Charles Murphy, Marvel Studios is reportedly meeting with an actor to discuss the roles of Ghost Rider in the MCU, presumably as the actor who Murphy previously claimed that Marvel was looking at. Now, Murphy claims that no one has officially been casted, but Marvel is talking with someone. Okay. Johnny Blaze, Danny Tech, Robbie Rees. It will all be interesting to see which incarnation of Ghost Rider that Marvel Studios is going to going with. After all, these have been a number of writers on the pages of the comics. Other presenting question where Ghost Rider first appeared in the MCU seems to be delving into a horror side of things. Okay. Marshall Ali is playing a half vampire Blade in the upcoming film and has already made his first off-screen appearance in the post-credit scene of Eternals. And speaking of vampires, a creature were name dropped in the episode of Loki. Additionally, Marvel Studios is said to be developing a Halloween special for 2022 in a form of Werewolf by Night, not to mention that the forthcoming Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness was initially billed as a horror film. Now, Ghost Rider would snap into any of these horror-tinged properties quite easily, and whether Marvel goes into Johnny Blaze as Ghost Rider with traditional flaming motorcycle or Robbie Reese, who prefers a Dodge Charger, fans will also be in for a treat when the fearsome anti-hero rolls up in the MCU. So that is one story. The other story is Walking Dead Norman Reedus fuels the MC Ghost Rider casting rumors. Now, Norman Reedus, star of Walking Dead and Death Stranding, may be trying to build hype for his potential casting as the MCU Ghost Rider. Now, I think he would be a perfect fit. Okay? I think he'd be a perfect fit for it. Now, Norman, star of Walking Dead, is fueling rumors that have also been casted as the Marvel Cinematic Universe Ghost Rider. Following a report from reputable industry insider, Charles Murphy Reedus has taken into social media to add further fuel to the casting rumors. According to Murphy, now deleted tweet, Marvel has finalized a deal with the actor to play Ghost Rider in the MCU. He goes on to say that he's happy with the choice, but doesn't reveal who he'll adopt in the mantle of a Spirit of Vengeance. Fans begin speculating when just after the original post was made, Reedus began liking fans' tweets, all speculating on his potential role, leading some to believe that he's building hype ahead of the major announcement. Okay. These following reports of Marvel Studios has settled on which iteration of Ghost Rider will join the cinematic universe, but Murphy is hesitant to reveal which Spirit of Vengeance he will make the cut. Marvel has yet to confirm which fans of Spirit of Vengeance can expect to see the leather-bound Reeves or entire way into the MCU, but reports just most recent in a string of recent rumors regarding the upcoming adaptation. Now, according to Murphy, Marvel Studios has settled with which Ghost Rider will eventually power slide into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. While it's currently unknown whether Johnny Blaze, Danny Tech, or Robbie Reyes Jones will also join the likes of Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, only Johnny and Robbie have been represented in live-action adaptations for time, and it's widely believed that Gabriel Luna Robbie Reyes was canon in the MCU due to his appearance in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now, as of Johnny Blaze, Resurrection of Daredevil has played Nicolas Cage in 2 feature films, Ghost Rider in 2007 and Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance in 2012. Mark Steven Johnson recently spoke to Cage's portrayal of the character, explaining that Nick was always a choice for Ghost Rider, but he also such a love for the character, and he was also never talked to anyone else playing Johnny Blaze. Cage is reportedly a devoted comic book enthusiast and has previously expressed his adoration for the medium. Despite many fans are hoping Reedus will be the actor to play Ghost Rider in the MCU, others are hopefully that Gabriel Luna will reprise his role. While this may seem unlikely, Vincent recently returned as Kingpin and Hawkeye, having previously played the role on Netflix Daredevil. Now, I watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I like the guy that played Ghost Rider in the show, but I think Norman fits that. I feel like he fits that role better. Now, I know Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., by Feige's words, is not canon, but at the same time, I feel like Norman would be a perfect fit. And I think they should recast for this particular character, because majority of the population that has never seen or only knows of Nicolas Cage's character, that this would be the character, would be a good fit for the character moving forward, especially if they were going to do a team-up movie later down the road with Ghost Rider and Blade in some way, shape, or form. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens down the road. So, yeah, that's big news. Okay. Now, at this moment, I kind of want to bring up spoiler talk. Okay. Here we go with spoiler talk. Now, there's also big news for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. If you do not want to know of any of this spoiler talk, none of this is official. Okay, we don't know if it's true or not. These are rumors, okay, that are happening. But I am going to talk about leaks and speculations of the multiverse of madness, Doctor Strange, and who may potentially be showing up in the movie. If you do not want to know, okay, if you do not want to know, I would say thanks for coming out. I appreciate you listening and watching. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. If you would like to know, maybe you've already read these, or maybe you already know what I'm about to say. We'll have a little conversation about this in a couple seconds here. So, if you like I said, if you like this type of content, we'll be doing this on Tuesday nights right here on Nerding with 30, the Endgame podcast, going over a bunch of different Marvel news and whatnot. So, right now, we're going to go over spoiler talk. We're going to be talking about Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, some things that have been out for a couple of weeks or whatnot. So we will talk about those moving forward here. So, all right, spoiler talk. In Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, there are rumors, big rumors, big rumors going on, talking about who is going to make an appearance in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Now, this could be huge for some of you. This could be no big deal for the rest of you. Okay. But in Multiverse of Madness, there's rumors going on that Professor Xavier will be inside Multiverse of Madness. Okay. Not only Professor Xavier, but a particular Professor Xavier, which would be the original. Okay. Where Charles Xavier, being played by Patrick Stewart, is coming to Multiverse of Madness. Now, if this is true or not, this is huge. This is huge. Okay. Supposedly, he helps Wanda with something during this whole ordeal. Okay. Another person that's supposed to be coming into the Multiverse of Madness, with rumors and speculations, take it with a grain of salt, is that we're talking about Wolverine. Now, it's exactly who you think it is. It's not a recast of Wolverine. It's the Wolverine that you love, or maybe you hate, okay, played by Hugh Jackman. He's coming back as Logan in this as well. Now, there are big speculations that big things could happen where Professor Xavier dies and Logan dies in a way, but between a big fight between them and Wanda. And then on top of that, we might be able to see Magneto coming in. Now, I don't know if the Magneto that comes in... Now, I've been saying this since last year, or earlier this year, I should say. I was hoping that Magneto would make an appearance inside WandaVision. In some way, shape, or form, I thought that maybe the dreams that she was having in WandaVision was something to do with Professor Xavier, was something to do with Doctor Strange, or something to do with Magneto. Okay, I thought Magneto was coming to her and to show her that she is his daughter. Okay, and I thought this was a way that they were going to implement how the mutants came in or whatnot. Now, if the mutants, I don't know if this is the time though, if they're actually bringing in the mutants into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness with Wanda, or if they're doing a variant type of thing, like sort of like what we saw in Spider-Man with Doc Ock, Green Goblin, and whatnot. Like, this is Wolverine, this is Professor Xavier, but these are just variants of these characters, right? It doesn't mean it's the characters from the Fox Studios films and whatnot, but it's still pretty cool nonetheless. Now, there's a lot of information here, right? We know that Doctor Strange is in it. We know that Wanda is in it. We know American Chavez is in it. We think that Ghost Rider might be in it. We think that Professor Xavier might be in it. We think that Wolverine might be in it. And we think that Magneto might be in it. This is a huge cast of characters in this one flick. And we also have a Dark Strange, if it's Dark Supreme Strange or whatnot in this film, is absolute bonkers. Okay, absolute bonkers. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that these are relevant? Do you guys think that this is something that could possibly possibly come true within the series, within the film itself? Do you think they bring in and then kill off Xavier and kill off Wolverine? Or do you think this is the moment? This is the moment that the mutants come in and Wanda does something while she's fighting them where she makes mutants possible in the realm that we're in. Maybe she melds the universes together. So it's not just fixing the timeline or fixing the universes, she's merging them all together as one. That would be pretty sick if that happened. Would love to see Wolverine in Deadpool 3. I mean, I've said this, I've been on record about this, Sean. I said I would love to see Hugh Jackman. Look, there's a couple of characters that I would love to see play that character for the rest of time. Okay. I would love to see Chris Hemsworth play Thor the entire time. Okay. I would love to see, I would have loved to see Steve Rogers or Chris Evans play Captain America. I would love to see Hugh Jackman play Wolverine. I would love, you know what I mean? Like there's these certain characters. I want to see Tom Holland grow into Spider-Man moving forward. I would love to see these. I would love to see all this stuff. Now, is it going to happen? I don't know. I would love to see Wolverine. I would like to see Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds in a movie together. Besides the piece of shit we got back with, what was it? Wolverine? Origins Wolverine? Like that was a terrible team up there where they fought. That was a crappy movie. Thank God he made up for it later. Okay. It would fit in how Wanda, being a non-mutant, mutated mutant, but still being able to cast chaos magic. See, I still think she's muted. I still think she's a mutant. Still to this day, from what we saw in WandaVision, I still think when she was a child, she was a mutant. She literally created that bubble to save her and her brother. It's not said, but it's shown. I think she is a mutant. I don't think that's her father in the show that we saw. I think Magneto is her actual father, and Magneto is the one that you know, obviously she got her powers from and whatnot, and on top of that. Before the MCU, I would have been pumped. Now all I can see is them destroying even more characters. I get that, Reese. I get that. I get that a lot. I understand. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I believe this is how they bring in the mutants because she's already done it with her kids. But I honestly, I truly believe that she is a mutant. She is the mutant. She's been a mutant this entire time. But she did it as an instinct, Milky. I don't think she actually casted a spell. Right? It just happened. Like her nerves and whatnot saved her and her sibling. What about if we get a big fight between Phoenix and Scarlet Witch? I mean, I don't think that's going to happen in Multiverse of Madness. I think a head game between her, if it's true, I think a head game is going to be portrayal of Professor X and her, and then she gets in his head and whatnot, and does something to him, and then she's also fighting Hugh Jackman's character physically in the physical form and fighting Xavier inside of her head. I mean, just going based off of what we have, just what we have of the spoilers, right? Could be, shoulda, woulda, coulda, don't know, right? Obviously, I would love to see a bunch of different characters. I just want to know, one of my biggest things is the timeline, right? I love to know the timeline of what's happening in the MCU, and I also love to know when and where they actually give us that first hint of mutants. Now, we've kind of saw it in WandaVision with Monica Rambeau going through the barrier. Okay. Supposedly that Darcy might have powers as well because she also got into the thing. I don't know if all people that go through have some sort of powers or whatnot. They could easily bring something across the lines, right? It could have already been in her system. All speculations of what. So can we rule out her being corrupted by the Darkhold? I don't think so. I don't think so. I personally don't think that she's corrupted by the Darkhold at the start. I think she becomes and gets possessed by the darkness while she's in. Once Doctor Strange comes and gets her and asks her for her help, I think she is helping, but then I think she gets consumed by the darkness. Right? Because she has to do something that hasn't been done before, which is basically heal the universe. And learning how she has to do it in the process also makes her stronger, which then she becomes even more powerful, which is a precursor of Agatha saying you're more powerful than the Chancellor Supreme, which we know at the time of that happening that Doctor Strange isn't the current, Supreme, right? So I think Wong, when she says that statement, Wong is the head. And she's more powerful than him. But is she more powerful than Doctor Strange? It'll be interesting to see what happens there. Wanda had a hidden mutation that the Infinity Stone amplified and unlocked. Right. That's what I'm thinking, Krebsy. When she was a kid, and I said this on stream when we talked about it, I think that she had the mutation already there, right? That's before she got taken by Hydra and her brother got taken by Hydra. I think if all of us chat and Nerding with Dirty came together, the ideas for a Marvel movie would make 1 billion. Oh, for sure. I believe so. I believe so. We would never know how that would work, though. Let's do a crowdfunding thing. Let's set to make a script. Okay. We'll make a script and then we'll pitch it and see what happens. I do know that there is a chapter saying that Scarlet Witch isn't born, she is forged. Could that be what she did with Agatha during the lame fight they had? If she forged, though, when? What do you mean when she? What part, Sean? Is that something she forged? Could have been when she did with Agatha. Like she forged the mutation? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying that's how she was born? So then would her twin be forged as well? When she turned into Scarlet Witch? I mean, technically, she was Scarlet Witch the entire time, right? She saw herself as Scarlet Witch back when she was a teenager, right? She saw herself as a teenager when she looked at the stone, and she saw the vision of her becoming Scarlet Witch. So I don't know if she was forged at that point. I think it was more of an absolute destiny moment type of thing. I mean, wouldn't we I mean, if there's absolutes of death in the MCU, there has to be absolutes of what's happening as far as who she becomes, no matter what. Like, if she didn't become the Scarlet Witch in that moment in WandaVision, there would be another moment that puts her to becoming an absolute, right? There's got to be absolutes of death and absolutes of non-death. Like, it's going to happen regardless if you like it or not. She wasn't the Scarlet Witch until she came in contact with the stone, and the stone forged Wanda into unlocking her true Scarlet Witch potential. Correct, but what Sean is saying is that she got forged during the fight with Agatha, and I think that her projection of what she saw was going to happen regardless, whatever moment that was. If it wasn't with Agatha at that moment, it would have been in another situation. The creator of Chaos Magic and who wrote the Darkhold book and are the same, I believe. Do we know who wrote the Darkhold book? I don't know if I don't, based on what we've seen in the MCU. Now, I'm sure comic book readers and stuff know a name or a person of a source material or whatnot. Cthulhu? Is that how you say that? Cthulhu? I think that's pretty much all this talk I wanted to talk about as far as the spoiler for Multiverse of Madness. I mean, we could talk for hours and days on speculations of the stuff. What do you guys think? Let me ask the question. Do you think, are you, if it is true, are you happy with Patrick Stewart coming back as Professor Xavier? Are you happy that if Hugh Jackman comes back as Wolverine? What would you like to see as far as if they come back? What would you like them to see them do? Obviously, I don't think they're going to propel themselves into the universe and then they walk off into the sunset. I think there's going to be a big battle that goes on. Would you like to see the story of Magneto being her father? Right? There's a whole bunch of stuff that's happening. Listening to this, I know Reese said that if this is before the MCU. If it wasn't for that, he'd be excited. Is there anybody, when they hear this stuff, that you were interested in the Multiverse of Madness before, and now that you heard potentially the rumors that could be true, does this make you more hyped or less hype that what's coming, right? Let me know. And if you're listening to this after the fact, leave a comment in the section down below. I love this conversation back and forth. I love what you guys have to say. It bounces back and forth, right? In the comics, he's trapped under the mountain, aka the post-credit scene in WandaVision. Bringing them all back. Even Toad hit him with lightning again. If this is true, do you think we get an X-Men film announcement? And do we get one before 2020 or in 2024? Here's the thing I look at. And I know this is going to be a kind of a weird way of looking at it. If we didn't get, and I'm not saying it's the best, right? But we are getting stories, and some of them are good and some of them are bad. But we weren't getting anything before. And what I mean by that is we didn't have all these Marvel films. We didn't have all this stuff. Okay. So I guess my question is, would you rather have no films and no TV shows of Marvel the way it was back in the day before Iron Man came out? Or would you like anything better than nothing? Right? Would you rather have nothing, or would you rather have what we're having now? See, I don't know. I liked what the phase 1, 2, and 3 were. I liked that phase. Right? Source material, state of the source material. And now they're kind of taking the new source material that they're taking and turning everything into the so-called MCU, and replacing it with token characters, gender swapping characters, and they're making shows, they're making movies. But would you rather have nothing, or would you rather have what we have? I think early 2022, 2023 for an X-Men. I think we get X-Men after Fantastic Four. I'm going to say 2024. I think I'm on record already saying that. I think 2024 is when we get an X-Men. I'm going to say late 2024. I mean, they have to, if they start making more of these things, they're going to have to start shortening the time span in between them. We're talking like 1 month in between each one, maybe a month and a half, which would cannibalize the sales of the other one unless they link them. All right, what else we got here tonight? I think that's everything that we have on the docket. They will introduce X-Men in movies like Multiverse of Madness and Wakanda 2. Then they come together like the Avengers and X-Men movie. Prediction. I mean, Storm was a big part of Wakanda, right? I know there's a comic series where she's actually like in love with Black Panther, right? So she could be coming into that realm. But the question is, how does she get there? How does she get there? How does she come into that universe, right? That's what I'm more key about. Like WandaVision, the entire time we watched WandaVision, I was like, this is the moment. This is the moment we're going to get. And it was never that moment. It was never that moment. We got the Ralph Boner moment instead. So it's it was definitely a sad moment. Now I think we're done for the night here, but before we end, I want to make sure that you guys know tomorrow night is Wednesday night. Wednesday night, usually throughout the times here, we've had the WandaVision, we've had Loki, we've had Falcon and Winter Soldier, we've had What If, then we've had just recently Hawkeye. Those series are over. The next series up in for discussion and conversation. And no matter how good or bad the Disney Plus shows are, if it's Marvel, if it's Star Wars, the whole thing about this channel and about you all coming to talk about stuff like this is because we are fans, or were fans, or still are fans of the IPs. We're fans of the Star Wars series. We're fans of the Marvel series. And there's still a glimmer of hope, especially in these little series that we talk about, right? They don't get everything right. Some of them are bad. Some of them are worse, but there are moments that are good inside these. And the whole point of this channel and the whole point of you guys coming and talking in chat or coming to live discussion in the Discord is because we're fans. We're fans of the stuff, and we all need something to talk. And being inside houses and being inside, not seeing people, not going out with your friends or doing social things, I try to give a escapism for the amount of time I do the show. If it's something you disagree with or agree with, it's just a place where everyone can come together and we have things that we like in common. So if you liked Star Wars, tomorrow night, Book of Boba Fett, we're starting our podcast of Boba Fett tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on Nerding with 30. So any type of entertainment that's been going on, if it's uploaded videos that we're going to be doing, or if it's comic books, films, television shows, something that has to do with entertainment, if it's a news article, it will all be here on Nerding with 30. If you guys have something, right, the nerding part is you guys, okay? You ladies and gentlemen out there, that you're the nerding part. You're nerding with me. So if there's something that you want to have a conversation about or talk about, you can put it in our Discord, in the Marvel news, in the Star Wars news. There's a Book of Boba Fett section. There's a Star Wars section. There's a Marvel section. There's a gaming section. There's news story section. If you like this type of stuff, not only can you do this over here, but you can do it with video games as well on 30 and Still Gaming. Trying to build this community as much as I can. I love talking about stuff. I love having conversations about things. I appreciate everybody that comes in and supports me by hitting the like button, hitting the comment button, coming out and being a live viewer. I do appreciate you very much for supporting. If it's with fundamental money or if it's just coming out and supporting me by actually watching and being part of the chat, I appreciate every single one of you, and I hope that you like this type of content type stuff, and I look forward to doing more of these. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. We're going to be doing some daily grind, talking about maybe gaming, maybe play some games tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow evening, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on Nerding with 30, we'll be live talking about the Book of Boba Fett. I appreciate it very much, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to hit that like button. Hit like, share, subscribe. And if you'd like to support us in any way, shape, or form, you can't. This channel is not monetized. So if you'd like to help us out in any way, you can go hit us up on Twitch. You can hit us up on our other YouTube channel, 30 and Still Gaming. You can do super chats during any of those podcasts. Or you can also do Streamlabs. You can tip us through Streamlabs, and it'll also be like it was a super chat over here on this channel, because this channel, like I said, is not monetized. I appreciate it very much, and I look forward to having many more conversations with you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Peace.